Hi guys, today's video tips part 2 is about stamps, okay? The ones that you see here. We will start with Oni Island as that's where you get your stamps and tickets from. So Oni Island starts on Monday. We have a boss every 2 days, and on Sundays we take a break. The first boss is Kid, the second one will be Zoro, and the third one will be Rayleigh. You get 3 chances per boss. After the first chance, after you finish the first chance, and let's just give it a try here. Pirate Yonko, deal 50% more. Do I need anyone else? Nope. Okay, so you fight. I'm going to skip the fight. Now, at the end of the first battle, these are the rewards you get. You get diamonds, you get stamp shards, and these are your stamps. And you get 1 red star gear. Just a moment, let me check something on my side. Okay, not bad. Now, once you're done with your 3 tries, you come here to albums, and the first thing you do, I know I'm supposed to explain this to you, but just follow this and I will explain why. Let me just sell these. So basically the first thing you do is you sell your tickets. You use your like you open your tickets. Okay. Okay, I'm good here. And then you come here, and then you go to discard, and you delete all of these. Okay, I'll explain. Actually, let me just show you what happens here. These are your 3 albums. 1, 2, and 3. When you start the game, I think after 1 to 2 weeks, these 3, like the first one is going to become active, and it will tell you in order for you to get access to the second album, you need to have a certain number of points for the first album. And then when you get your points, the second album opens, and then the same thing happens with album number 3. It will only open once you have enough points in album number 2. Now, if I'm not mistaken, okay, let's just open one of them because all of them are the same. This is album 1. On the left side, as you can see here, we have our stamps. So the game gives you stamps, and basically you're supposed to use these stamps in order to get stamp points, okay? So that your stamp points, which are here, they can rise, and you can, where is it? Okay, I think I'm going too fast. The stamps you see here on the left, they when you have the right collection of stamps, or when you have enough stamp shards like you see here, then these stamps or these stats become available. 17 HP, 17 HP. This one gives you 533 HP and so on. Okay. Now what you're supposed to know here is this. I think this would be easier to show. In this game, when you buy something, it will cost you more than selling it. So for example, if I bought a hockey book for 2,750 hockey rune shards, okay, when I sell it, I can only get 1,000 shards for it. Okay, this is what happens in this game, or pretty much in any other game. Most of the time, whatever you sell, it will cost you more. Whatever you buy, it will be more expensive than when you sell it. Okay, you will lose. However, in the case of stamps, or specifically stamp shards, whatever you spend buying equals what you will spend selling, what you will get selling. Okay, so allow me to explain. This is the shop. Um, Gold stamps are 1250 points, are 1250 rune shards. Purple stamps are 350 shards each, and what's it called? Blue stamps are 80 shards each. Now, this is how much you have to spend to buy this. Now, let's see how much you will get if you sell. This is discard. This is gold. 1250, same thing. Blue, 80, same thing. Purple, 350, same thing. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because of the following. I told you that if you have enough stamp shards, or if you have the right mix of stamps, then these, what do you call them? These attributes, these extra stats are enabled, and you can, buy them. Okay, since the cost of buying equals the cost of selling, then you might as well sell all your stamps, because if you are going to wait until you have the right mix of stamps, you could wait for a long time. Okay, you could wait for a long time, which is why it is so much easier, less of a hassle, no headache, if you just sell your stamps. That's why I told you, as soon as you are finished with your 3 tries at Oni Island, you come here, you go to discard, and you sell. Okay, you sell. The person who's telling you to sell is someone who started selling himself a month ago only. Okay, I've been playing this game since March. I only started selling my stamps 2 months ago. Actually, I used to sell them a lot, but you would see so many here. And every stamp, I would have 2-3 copies. Okay, because I never bothered checking to see if the prices will be the same. Plus, I used to believe that if I save my tickets now, if I save my stamps now, then when I get more stamps, I will be able to get more stats. But the problem was that it was taking too long, and it would have been so much easier to just buy whatever I needed from the shop. Okay, especially since they cost the same. So while I'm giving you advice, I am being honest and telling you that I only started following my advice in August. In August or September. Okay, a lot of time was wasted. When I started selling, these are discard tickets. I had around 60,000 discard tickets. Okay, this is how bad things were. I had 60,000 discard tickets. But now, because I sell my tickets all the time, I have less than 10,000. The difference is huge. Anyways, so step number 1, do Oni Island. Step number 2, sell your stamps. Step number 3, and this is where the real advice comes. I haven't explained the screen properly. Like I said, on the left side you have stats that you can buy if you have the right stamps or enough stamp shards. Notice here how more of these are now enabled, are now available, because I have enough stamps to cover them. Okay, this part here, this is very important. Okay, this is very important. Damage rate versus pirate, it means your damage rate against a faction, the enemy, pirate, marine, worst, Yonko. Damage RR is, I asked the GMs about this once, and I forgot what the first R stands for, but the second one stands for reduction. I think the first one is resistance. So basically, these 4 here, the first 4, which is damage rate, you get buffs against when attacking the enemy. The second 4 are buffs you get when you are fighting against the enemy. So the first 4 is offense, the second 4 is defense. Okay, let's start with Yonko. I think I finished all of them. Okay, so notice here, you get 1%, you get 3%, you get 1%. Notice here the stamp points, they increase as the percentage here increases, as the stats here increase, which makes sense. You pay more, you get more. the things here on the right are skills, and every album offers you 2 skills, every skill level 4. Okay? You'll have to read through these. There's nothing confusing about them or complicated. The question that I was asked was this: how do I spend my stamps? What do I spend them on? Okay? I'm surprised no one asked me about the skills, but we'll just cover them. We'll cover both of these. The stamps the attributes here that you choose, or even which of these 8 do you choose, it depends on 2 things. Who are you fighting against, and the strength of your account. Okay? If you beat most people, then I would say you can you have better chances of increasing the rate, this one, damage rate that your team has. But if so basically get more offense. But if most of the time you lose, then you need to choose damage RR. Okay, this is what I do. So this is condition number 1. I told you there were 2 conditions. First, who are you fighting against? And second, what kind of account do you have? If your account is pretty strong, it's like, it does very well, okay, then go for offense. But if it doesn't do well, then go for defense. The second thing that will help you decide whether to go for offense or defense, I'm still not talking about skills, I'm just talking about these, okay, is who is it that you're fighting, okay? So when Zoro came, everyone got Zoro, okay? Since I knew 2 months ahead of time that Zoro was coming in 2 months, it was fair to say that I should prepare to fight against Zoro, okay? And Zoro, like Ace, they take people out. They carry a whole team. They can play on their own. Okay, so I needed to do defense because against Zoro, it's a huge hassle. Okay, and usually the people that build their Zoro properly are like strong characters. So I know I'm going to have a hard time with him. So I built my defense against him. Okay. So I started putting this in this album. This one, not so much. It has the few points. Yeah. This one I didn't touch, but I did do some here. Okay, if I started with defense and then I moved on to offense. Okay, even if I knew that, for example, Oni Brook is coming out in a few weeks, maybe a month. Okay, now if I had to choose one faction to defend against, I would rather defend against Zoro, because Zoro does so much more damage. Okay, Zoro is so much worse. So I will go with Yonko. So I started with this, and when I was finished, I moved to this. Okay? Now we've covered the left side. Now let's cover the right side here, the skills. First of all, and again, this is my advice. Oh, and just so you know, again, the person who's giving you this advice started following his own advice 2 months ago. Okay? Most of these skills tell you, if you do something, this will happen. If something happens to you, this will happen. It's guaranteed. But some of these skills, it's not this one. Like I'll give you this one, for example. This one says some of these skills are not guaranteed. Like there is no 100% chance that something will be activated. So for example, this one says when you're being attacked, there's a 5 chance that you will get HP. Okay, so this one I will not focus on. Although, as you can see, I made it to level 2. But this one I will not focus on. Okay, what's 5% going to do for me? Especially since level 4, I need 360 points, which obviously is not easy to come by. And I'm going to need tickets. And I forgot to talk about the tickets. I will talk about them after I finish with the skills. So this one is not guaranteed. This one is guaranteed, right? And this one here, This is not guaranteed. Okay? Even at level 4, you have a 15% chance to do damage. But all of the others are guaranteed, which means that you need to focus on the others. Now, if I'm not mistaken, in order for you to move to version 2, it means that I think that skills 1 and 2 here have already been activated. Okay? So, and then to move to here, same story. So I think it's safe to say that phase one of your build, make all of these level 1. Okay? As you progress forward. Okay? As you progress forward, make sure that all of these are level 1. Notice the last level in the last album is speed. And speed is God. There is a video that I wanted to do about hockey, what to go for, what to ignore, but I keep postponing it. But I think I'm going to do it, sometime this week. Speed is God. Okay? Speed is very important. And they left speed to the very last, just like they did, where is it? Spirit. Look here. Speed is the last thing that you get. Look at this ship. Speed is the last thing you get. Okay? Speed is God. Now, so phase 1, again, in my opinion, phase 1, or maybe you have to do it. There is no opinion about it. It's a must because that's what the game, forces you to do. 3 albums, level 1 each. Phase 2, choosing the right faction. Okay? Who am I going to fight? What kind of faction do I fight against the most? How is my account doing against that faction? How is my account doing in general? Okay? So that's part 2. When you decide what faction, you also need to decide what skill. So for instance, okay, I think you should do 2 here, and this one make it 1-2 because HP is nice. Now this game is pretty much all about offense, striking first and striking hard. Okay, so I think I would leave this to the very end. Now remember, the condition that I said, one of the conditions, how is your account doing? It's not just about selecting the right faction to defend against or to fight against. The skills also help. The skills also matter. Okay? I mean, if you have a strong offense but your defense is weak, then, choose the skills that are defense. Okay? If you know you can beat someone but you're always losing because they start before you, then go for speed. Okay? If your team is lacking damage, then, go for offense, skills. And how do you know this? There are no calculations. Just pick someone to fight against, watch the match and see how well you do. Go to analysis when the match is done, click on analysis just to see the kind of damage you did. If you're playing PvE, for instance, okay? Like for example, in, what's it called? This one here, Impel Down, okay? My team survives, but they just don't kill the enemy team after 15 rounds. Which means that my team is lacking offense, so I go for offense. Okay, so there are many things to consider in order for you to decide which skill to go with. But my recommendation is this one 2, 2, this one 1-2, 2 being this one of course, and this one this one keep it 1, this one make it 2. Okay? Speed is God. Right now, I have this as level 4, it's done, and I'm moving to speed. I finished actually my speed only a few days ago, and now I'm moving for this one. Okay, because when I fight the really tough people, like for example, Nika, Nika, he's a strong player, but I strongly believe that my account can beat his. The problem is, he has, I think his speed is maxed out. All of his players start before me. And they're strong, okay? I'm not saying they're not. They are strong. It's not just speed, but they are strong. But if my team started first, at least half of them started first, I might actually stand a chance. Okay? So in conclusion, step number 1, Oni Island. Finish your 3 chances. Step number 2, sell all the stamps that you get. And by the way, you also get stamps obviously from here. Where is it? Collection. Okay? Sell everything. Don't hoard. Don't be a hoarder. Sell everything. Having it is absolutely useless. Okay? Because having a sticker and buying the sticker and then selling the sticker that you already have, they all cost the same. Just like I showed you when I compared the prices of the shop to the prices of the tickets when I discard them. So do Oni Island, sell your tickets, choose which album you have to focus on. How do you choose the album? You choose the skill. What's the important skill? What's the skill that you need? You go for it, and then from here, you choose only these. Okay? Because these give you stats, and these give you attributes or buffs. I don't know what to call them. Okay? Now, of course, there are these. Okay? Like there are stats that you get without getting, any addition. Okay, what's wrong here? All of them? Oh, that's impossible. Okay, never mind. But if I'm not mistaken, I do recall there being stats that you can get, but you don't get buffs. And then unless they updated the game and now that doesn't exist. Which album? This is, let's go here. Yeah, like this for instance. Okay? Like this. But I don't recommend doing these just for one reason. If you're going to spend your stamps, your stamp shards, you might as well spend them on something that's worth it. Okay? You might as well spend them on something that gives you attributes as well, additional attributes. Okay? Oh, I forgot the tickets. I apologize. You need tickets in order to ascend skills. Okay? At level 1, you need 1 or 2 tickets. When you, I don't know how many you need when you go to when you want to activate a skill. But when you want to go to level 2, you need 2 tickets. At level 3, you need 4 tickets, and at level 4, you need 8 tickets. Okay? Tickets are very important. They should be your priority before buying any stamps. Okay? They should be your priority because right now, in order for me to get level 4 speed, which is level 4 agility, I need 8 tickets. Every ticket is made up of 10 ticket shards. And you can find your ticket shards here. They cost 500. So I need 8 of those. If each one is 10 shards, that's 80 ticket pieces that I need, 80 ticket shards that I need. And if I can only buy 1 a day, we are here excluding the fact that Oni Island can give you. I will not say will give you, I say it might give you. And of course, when you go to collection, you might get lucky and get either a ticket or ticket shards. But putting those aside, if you have to depend on yourself to get your ticket shards, you can get 1 ticket shard a day, which means you have to wait 80 days. I have to wait 80 days to max out my skill. And that's just the first skill. And that's just one skill from level 3 to level 4. If I want to max out a skill from level 1 to level 4, so level 1, let's say it requires 1 ticket, level 2 requires 2, level 3 requires 4, level 4 requires 8. So they're going by 2. So 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, that's 15 tickets. Okay, which is 150 shards, which is 150 days. 150 days is around 4 months. Okay, it's around 4 months. That's a lot to max out one skill. It takes time, and this game is a waiting game. When you plan for something, you have to plan for a long time. You can't plan for something and finish it quickly. When I want to pull a UR hero, it takes me 2 to 3 months to prepare it. to prepare for that hero. I have no idea what's going on. Anyways, 150 shards, 150 days to get a skill from 1, or basically from 0 to 4. But it's completely worth it. Speed, 40 points, 20 points, I forgot, 40 or 20. 40 points is lovely. Okay? Buy a ticket every day. Your priority should be tickets. Because by the time you have enough, because by the time you get your stats, okay, you're going to have to wait a long time until you get your tickets. So buy a ticket every day. And I know that it can go, I can always say it the opposite way. If my priority is tickets, then by the time I get tickets, I won't have enough stats, to fight someone. Like, I'm focusing more than tickets. Yes, but at least every day you won't just buy a ticket shard. You might get enough points to buy stats. Okay? But so think of it like this. If your main focus is stamp shards, is spending your stamps, all of your stamps on attributes and stats, you will most likely not have enough shards to enough stamp shards to buy a ticket shard. Okay, so there is a very, very good chance that every day you will focus on your attributes and stats, and you will not prepare for ascending a skill. However, if you do it the other way around, if you spend 500 shards on ticket stamps every day, then there is a more than 50% chance that you can get at least one attribute, at least one stat. Okay? Because, like, for me, Oni Island gives me, okay, maybe it's because I'm a big spender. My point is, if you buy a ticket, the chances of you buying stats and attributes after buying your ticket are more than the chances of you buying a ticket after you buy your stamps, on a daily basis, of course. Okay? I honestly don't think I was prepared to make this video, but and I am really late. I told my clan that I would do this 4 hours ago. I told them, like, they asked for the video 2-3 days ago, and I said I'll do it when Onik Island comes. Oni Island has been active for the last 3-4 hours. I'm really late. I hope this helped. Okay? I'm like, look at the other videos. I'm not looking for, likes and subscribes. I just hope it helps, and I'm telling you it helps not because of the information I gave you. It's because of the way I explained it. Okay? So if I explained it well, this should help. If I didn't explain it well, I do apologize.